this has been the holy grail to try and create inflation in Japan. It's really not been a success story, certainly, and these numbers underline that. It must be even that much harder to try and achieve price momentum during a pandemic.
Well, 2% has been the target of Bank of Japan, but I don't think Mr. Kuroda is that much sort of concerned about the current state of price movement. It's, around zero, between 0 and 1. And I think he is reasonably satisfied with the current state of the Japanese inflation.
Sakakibara-san, so what do you expect in the next year or so with regard to inflation?
Well, this would probably continue. The inflation of between 0 to 1 would continue. And although Kuroda has set 2% as a target, I don't think he currently tries to reach that level. He is reasonably satisfied with the status quo.
Right. Now, what about the dollar? Now, we've got at the moment Janet Yellen saying that they will leave where the dollar's value to market forces. There's a large body of thought thinking that the dollar does actually get weaker this year. How does the yen then actually respond to that?
Well, yen has been strengthening slowly, and I would say that the yen would continue to strengthen slowly toward $100. It's around 103, but I think it will probably go down to 102, 101, and eventually to 100.
Sakakibara-san, 100 is the line in the sand, and Prime Minister Suga has made that really clear. Can he limit the gains in the yen?
Well, Bank of Japan has been easing the monetary policy, and Mr. Kuroda, Governor of Bank of Japan, has said that he would not hesitate to further loosen the monetary policy. So that I think that given the monetary policy of the United States and Bank of Japan, yen would move quite slowly, and it would not break 100 for some time to come.
How much ammunition does the BOJ have to support the economy right now? What can we expect in the upcoming review in March, for instance?
Well, I don't know exactly what you mean by bullet, but he could further ease the monetary policy if he thinks it is necessary.
Do you see anything that can be expected in March?
In March? Well, I don't know. I don't know. I don't think that March is such a special month for Bank of Japan. They will go on as it has been, as they have done so far.
Sakakibara-san, I want to just turn to this new administration in the United States. How would you view the relationship that you may well have with Joe Biden, or should I say the Prime Minister would have with Joe Biden compared to Donald Trump? And what do you see, how do you see this new administration treating Japan and vice versa?
Well, I think Japanese government welcomes Joe Biden's rise to the presidency. And Joe Biden has said that he would respect, alliance with the rest of the world. And Japanese government, of course, welcomed that. So that I think compared to the Trump administration, Japanese government thinks that the U.S.-Japan relationship would probably sort of, get better.
Sakakibara-san, 6 months to the Olympics in Japan.
Yes.
On the Olympics, Sakakibara-san, there are calls now for the Olympics to be cancelled. What are your thoughts on that? How could that impact the economic recovery of the country?
Well, if it is suspended if we cannot hold the Olympics, it does have quite a negative impact on the economy. But it really depends upon how the pandemic, this corona crisis, would evolve. If it start to sort of, slow down, then, Olympic could be held. But I think Japanese government tries its best to hold the Olympics games.